We're probably usually going to serve 35 to 40 families on the first Friday of the month. On the last Friday of the month, it's going to be between 50 and 65. The clients walk through and choose their own produce. They walk through and choose their own bread. The protein comes off of a list. They look at a list and tell us what they want on the list. They can choose, and we just manage the amount of things that they choose. And they choose.
They like the opportunity to pick up the things that they know that their family's going to eat instead of getting a bag that's pre-packed. We have an exchange shelf out in the front of the food bank, and there's less need to use that.
Hi there, may I see your membership card? Thank you very much. All right, so this is our meat list, or our protein list, because it's not all meat. Everything on this list is frozen except for the eggs. There's 4 people in your household, so you can choose 4 items from here. Did you want peanut butter today?
Please.
Alrighty. And would you like oatmeal or cold cereal today?
Oatmeal would be great.
Okay. Hi there. Thank
Hi.
you very much. So it's 1 slice loaf and 2 of anything else. We can get a person out the door if things are moving smoothly in probably 7 minutes. What we receive from Trader Joe's changes every day, and most of the stuff that we have on the table is different. Sometimes we have a lot, sometimes we have less. It's a judgment of how many of these did we receive, and sometimes like we have not a whole box worth of potatoes or scallions or lemons or cilantro, and so we put it together and encourage the clients to take 1 or 2 out of these kind of boxes, where a box that's all one thing, we can say you can have 1 from here. We are avoiding a huge amount of waste by people taking what their family's going to eat. And when we started offering clients a choice between cold cereal and oatmeal, it had a little less to do with serving the clients what they wanted, giving them choice, that it had to do with managing our inventory. The inventory manager came to us, the warehouse manager came to us and said, we've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds of oatmeal. So how can we give it away? Because we pack our pre-packed bags and boxes with cold cereal. And so what we decided to do was, the way to move the oatmeal was to ask people, do you want oatmeal or cold cereal? And about half of the families take oatmeal every time.
The only time we find trash is generally when somebody opens something to eat it on the spot. So, but we don't find people throwing things out. You know, they don't need to.
We might get 1 of this salad and 3 of those sandwiches, and to do it any other way but offer a choice would be impossible. For the produce and bread, there's usually 2 or 3 volunteers here, and the client walks through and is served by this volunteer and then this volunteer on their way out. For the produce and bread, there's usually 2 or 3 volunteers here, and the client walks through and is served by this volunteer and then this volunteer on their way out. So what's different for volunteers is that the volunteers move around a lot more, and there's a lot more one-on-one time with the clients. The volunteers want to work with the clients to help them make a choice between this and that their families really like. They can't have both. So they want to help the clients also know, oh well, if you're going to prepare this, this is how you can prepare it.
Well, I like that there is a variety. I like that there is a choice. It's maybe a third or a half of the things that I would exchange. But I found the solution was in the exchange item location, where I could exchange spaghetti, which I don't use.
So we're serving vegetarians, we're serving people with religious restrictions, and we're also serving people who don't know how to use canned tomatoes because it's not the cuisine that they cook.
There are those items that may be favored by certain people of certain ethnic backgrounds, and instead of not distributing them at all, because you wouldn't want to put them in a bag or a box that somebody might get who would not favor that item, you get to put it out as a selection. So instead of us giving them something that is not that useful to them, they choose what they can eat, and they're very happy about it.
They're really excited about having a choice. We do have families who come here who have moved to Alameda from other communities, all over the state. And they'll say, oh, at the food pantry I used to go in, wherever, we got a bag of food that was pre-packed, and that's what we got. And, you get what you get, and you don't get upset, and that's it. And here, wow, I can choose this bread that my family really likes, or I can choose this vegetable or these fruits that my family likes, and not get those things that my family doesn't like.